pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Mrs. Angela Everett. Here. Mrs. Gadsden. Here. Mrs. Galbo. Here. Mr. Garnett.
Here.
Mr. Munoz.
Here.
Mrs. Patchen. Here. Mr. White.
Here.
Mr. Lasal.
Here.
Mrs. Jones.
Here. Dr. Walker, you should review the fire exits, please.
The fire exits are located in the back, in front of us, but behind everybody else.
And would you like to introduce our workshop tonight?
I would. Tonight, we have the pleasure of having the Glennon principal here, Mrs. Dawn Candano, and she has brought some students with her for her report.
I have instructions. Good evening. I'm going to show a little clip first, and then I'm going to bring my friends up here, and they can talk to you about the initiative that they've done. But I have Gabrielle and Nicholas Puglisi, who are two students in my building, with some other friends that they started this summer to coordinate Alex's lemonade stand. But I can't do justice to the work and the thinking that they went through this summer, so I'm going to give that to them. But they gave me orders to play the video first.
Press PC.
We're here to host an Alex's Lemonade stand to give back to the community. We're raising money for childhood cancer research. For a long time, I've told my children about a family member that was lost about 20 years ago, a boy named Ryan Maroney, and they know the story of Ryan. And we feel, I think, that our children are very blessed in all that they had, and they wanted to do something with their friends to give back to the community. So we took the opportunity to have a lemonade stand, like every kid wants to have a lemonade stand, but this time, instead of putting money in their pockets, they wanted to give it so that we can get some of these sick children well.
Yeah, they're very excited about that part of, helping kids their own age. There's a lot of things that you give back to the community that they don't understand as much, but it's, giving back to somebody their own age, that makes a difference to them. So they're pretty excited about
Yeah,
it.
they are. And they've worked hard. They've been stuffing mailboxes. They've been going to local vendors to ask for donations.
I think it's just going to help kids with cancer a lot. And I just really want them to, find a cure so all the kids that have it can get better.
We're really, really proud of what they've done. And a lot of this too. And a lot of the local vendors, Home Depot and Wappingers built the lemonade stand for them. We went there to paint that. That was an experience. ShopRite and Wappingers and ShopRite and Fishkill, Walmart, BJ's, Sam's Club, and Staples have all given supplies to help fund this. So we're really thrilled that the community actually stepped up for us
amazing.
as well.
It's really heartwarming.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of the 5 kids. I'm really, really, I don't know, my heart's full, as my kids know I say all the time. Well, my heart's full.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that low enough for you?
Yeah.
Just say. Stop with the singer. Sure, go ahead. And I'll pass on.
We did a lemonade stand to raise money for childhood cancer research. Her name is Alex Scott. She has childhood cancer. She was 8 when she died. She raised over $1 million herself and gave it to our hospital. We give back to others kids who has childhood, who has cancer.
Why did you do it?
Because we wanted to help others who has cancer.
You wanted to.
Give back to others.
And you want to give back, and you wanted to. Yeah. And you wanted to what?
We want to give back and host a lemonade stand. Our name of our stand is Best Buddies Lemonade Stand. Gabriella, my sister, did it. Me, Nicholas, Alex, Emma, Alex Leboden, and Emma Leboden, and Eva Krakauer. Our parents helped us too. We went to local vendors to get supplies such as cups and lemonade powder. We stuffed mailboxes and we went to vendors to post signs in windows and put flyers on tables. At Home Depot, Joe made our stand, and we came in and painted it, and they delivered to Leo's. We raised over $4,300. We're still taking donations.
Go ahead, Isabel. Yeah, tell them what they can do.
You could text to this.
How do you do it? You can read it.
You can also make a text donate by texting lemonade E111612 to 85944.
So you can bring it to them if they'd like to make a donation. Go ahead. I think we might have run out of order, but that's okay. Now just go there.
No, we sold lemonade and paper lemons. These are paper lemons. You can put your name on them or in memory of somebody. We did the lemonade stand in front of Leo's Pizzeria. We did the lemonade stand July 22nd, 2014. Ms. Candello gave us a PRO award. PRO stands for People Respecting Others. Thank you.
So they worked all spring about the idea, had the idea planned, came to me, wanted to see if we can help promote it and support it, and absolutely you could tell the initiative of all the students that were there. But all the students who did participate did receive a PRO award, which again is part of our PBIS program. So we want to thank the parents who supported their students in doing this. Mrs. Puglisi was texting me all summer long, making sure we had the right equipment and got the students ready. So I really am honored to have students in the building that really think beyond themselves and look at other areas that they can help other children. So, I mean, this is a great testament for us, so I want to give them another round of applause. So those are just articles that were all around. I'll collect them later and I can bring them back to school. We're good? I can go to my second part? Okay. So my second part, I had to ask my bosses. My second part is I would like to talk to you about Fire Prevention Day and welcome some members of the Slater Fire Company, and I have another video to show before we start talking. Gentlemen, ladies, come down.
The day helps to give students important knowledge to take home with them. And this month geared toward fire prevention, Chief David Dross of Glenham Fire District says it's important to know what to do in case of emergency.
Everybody needs to have a plan. Everybody needs to have a discussion with their plan.
The day helps to give students important knowledge to take home with them. And this month geared toward fire prevention, Chief David Dross of Glenham Fire District says it's important to know what to do in case of emergency.
Everybody needs to have a plan. Everybody needs to go home and discuss with their parents what their plan is to get outside the house, have a meeting place so everybody's safe where they're at. Also to advise us where they could be or if somebody is in there, so hopefully we can get in and get them outside.
It's very important that we have that community relationship, and for 11 years we've just been building on that. It's not just Fire Prevention Day, it was throughout the whole school year.
And Glenham's fire prevention program could even spark an interest to serve the community in the fire service.
The joy I get out of doing this, I did this when I was a kid. I attended this school, followed the footsteps, learned the program, understood the program, enjoyed the program, pushed me to become a volunteer, and here I am standing today as chief of the department. I am the fourth chief of this department that attended this school.
Some events of the day included a demonstration in Rombout Fire District's Smokehouse Trailer. Kids also had a chance to talk with firefighters in their full turnout gear. And neighboring fire districts, police, and EMS also turned out to teach safety and just have fun.
What's your favorite part of today so far?
Plus, the kids even got a visit from Smokey the Bear.
Anything else that you're looking forward to today? Because I know the day's not over. There's a helicopter coming. Ooh, are you excited about that?
So for the past 11 years that I've been at Glenham School, I've had the fortunate opportunity to make some connections with our community service people, and one of them being Slater Fire Company. We've been doing Fire Prevention Day for the past 11 years. This year in particular, as you can see our shirts, has been a very monumental year for Slater Fire Company. It's their 50th year in doing fire prevention. So through the efforts of Glenham School and Slater Palooza, we fundraised enough money so that we could outfit all of the staff and students and the firemen with shirts, which was pretty cool that day because we all were walking around with the same shirts, and just the vibe was a very exciting experience. The collaboration between Glenham and Slater is insurmountable. They're available to assist me in any other activities that I have, not just on Fire Prevention Day. But I'd like to turn it over to my friends over at Slater to talk to you a little bit more about their perspective.
Go ahead. I'll let the senior chief go.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for having us here. We appreciate this. My name is Bob Dross. I'm past chief and presently the safety officer of the department. Fire prevention, also, although we have one big day where we put on a big show for the kids and we teach them all about being safe and how to handle themselves if they are stuck in a fire and all, or an accident or whatnot. We don't just cover fire prevention. We cover auto accidents. We cover any type of an emergency you can think of. You saw pictures of a helicopter coming in. The kids got a kick out of that, but that's an important tool for us should there ever be a major injury and we have to airlift somebody. Part of the thinking on this, along with the firefighters in their turnout gear, so if the children do get into a situation, they're not afraid of us. They're not afraid of the aircraft that they may have to fly in. We've done JAWS demonstrations, and that can be pretty scary if you've ever been in a car. So we do that and let the kids see that, you know, we're there to help them. But going on with this, fire prevention, as Ms. Condello said, is not just a one-day affair. We work with the school and the community all year long. We've had situations like I personally met with the safety committee that Mrs. Condello has with the school, and we helped them set up a major evacuation plan should you have a catastrophe at that school. And we have different scenarios depending on the catastrophes. Fire prevention to us is obviously extremely important. We have responded to so many different types of calls. We want to avoid whatever we can, especially when it comes to the children. So we have the cooperation from Mrs. Condello, and I got to say, probably there's only been one other principal in the Glenham school that's cooperated with us to the level that she has, and fortunately. We have voted and basically made both Mrs. Condello and James Horan honorary firefighters. So this is because of the amount of cooperation. And I'm not saying the other principals haven't cooperated with us either, but they've gone above and beyond, and the children have always come first. You saw the chief on the film up there. That happens to be my son. We've got three families with 3 generations of chief and sons as chief, father and son as chiefs. We have numerous generations of the children joining, or our siblings joining as active firefighters. We've got 3 chiefs, one presently and 2 past chiefs that attended all of this that you saw up there through the years, and we've had a couple assistant chiefs. So the program for the school has worked out great for us and for the children and for their families. We've had instances where we have taught these children how to make a 911 call, how to escape from a burning building. It's not just how to prevent fires. We teach them how to protect themselves if they're involved in an emergency. And it's paid off because we have had children make that 911 call and possibly save their entire family. But again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm going to let Jeff Cable, our past chief, speak. But I do want to thank you for having us. Thank you.
As Bobby said, my name is Jeff Cable. I am one of the past chiefs of Glenham. I am one of those kids that went to Glenham School, followed my father and my grandfather, joined the company, participated in the program when I was a kid in Glenham School. Just happened my father was the chief at the time, so it was easy for him to pull me out of the group and use me as a volunteer. But I did learn a lot from that, and I turned over, and next year will be 25 years as a volunteer firefighter for myself. The following year will be 50 for my father. And I've done this program for 20 years. I've been up in front of those kids for the last 15, talking to them about dialing 911, stop, drop, and roll. And with the older kids, we get a little bit more involved, possibly about being home by yourself for a little while with an older brother or sister, what you can do in case of an accident, basic first aid, stuff like that. The biggest thing for me that I get out of it is if I'm in Walmart or walking around or whatever, and I have a kid that's a little bit older, I don't really recognize them, they say, "Hey, I know you. I remember you from Glenham School. You taught me how to dial 911, and I was able to save somebody's life." And the first time somebody did that to me, you can see what happened. And that's what it means to me, being able to get the kids to understand us and be able to help somebody else and not have to rely on us, but reinforced into them that they can do it on their own too. Thank you.
Thank all of you for coming out tonight. I really wanted to show the collaboration that we had, and so I really appreciate you taking the time out to come tonight. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's the end of my workshop unless you have any questions.
We thank you for your
Okay.
presentation.
Thank you.
We thank the kids for coming out and sharing with us your story and sharing your delicious lemonade. Congratulations, over $4,000. I know your goal was not even near that much.
No, not
So what was the original goal?
2,000.
2,000, so more than double.
We went into with online donations at 19, so Mommy was like, we got to bump this number up. So we went from there, but no, I'm really proud of them.
Absolutely, we're all very proud of that.
And we have a lemonade stand if anybody wants to borrow it. Our goal is to pass that on, whether it's another child through Alex's locally that needs it, and put their blue handprints on along with the children's. Someday when the whole thing turns blue, then we'll start doing yellow handprints. But we do want everybody to know that if they ever want to do one, we're more than welcome to borrow it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kendall.
I'm going to excuse them since they came in, and they're not feeling well today, but they still came in tonight, so I want to make sure they go home.
May I have a motion for executive session?
Motion to adjourn to executive session to review the employment history of a particular individual. Second.